Hello again everyone and welcome back to Skyblock News. I'm your host Derailious and today we're going to be going over the Day 1 patch changes for Skyblock 0.23.5, which includes quite a few major improvements to the update. Before we begin, I just want to say please make sure to like and subscribe down below as it really helps out the channel a lot, and use code RAIL on the Hypixel store for 5% off your order. Without any further ado though, let's get started. So the changes here today are front and center on the Alpha Network, and as you can see, the first one is probably one of the biggest. The Ironman Shen's auctions now use half the quantity of the regular Shen's auctions, rather than only 15%. This won't show up on the Alpha as the current auction is ongoing, but it is a great change nonetheless. Should make getting the Ironman Shen's items a lot easier. They've also made some changes to the conversion time for converting to a normal profile. Obviously, if you're level 0 to 24, you're probably not going to need the 35 days to decide whether you want to convert back to a regular profile, so they made it instant. For level 25 to 49, it's 2 days. For level 50 to 99, it's 7 days. And for level 100 or higher, it'll be 35 days. And for co-ops, the player with the highest Skyblock level is used. That makes a lot of sense. Next, we have the Hoppity Pity is now retroactive for up to 1 Mythic and 1 Divine Rabbit, and how much you get is dependent on how many chocolate eggs you have opened versus the amount of Mythic and Divine Rabbits that you've gotten. Duplicate Mythic and Divine Chocolate Rabbits no longer reset Hoppity's Pity, which is very, very nice, and buying Chocolate Rabbits from Hoppity now counts towards your Pity. They've also increased the NPC sell price cap on all profile types to 500 million coins. That is a positive change for Ironman players. They've also added the Frozen Scute to Umber and Tungsten loot pools with a weight of 10. This is a very good change in my view, allowing you to get the Frozen Scute without actually interacting with vanguards. Great for Ironman players and just for players in general. Very solid change there. They've also added the Dungeon Breaker to the museum, worth 8 Skyblock XP. They've made it so that pocket black holes can no longer pull in mobs that belong to other players. This one I'm a little skeptical of. I feel like this is going to end up being a nerf or just feeling kind of weird. Would love to see what this specifically means, but for now, I guess it's fine. This is my 6th attempt at this now. Now, only the owner of a Chum Gap bucket can fish up Agarimus. I have not been able to say that at all. Nearby players still get the fishing speed bonus, which is pretty nice. They've made the pickaxe ability widget default on some mining islands. They've nerfed the health of the Spider Slayer's egg sacs from 510 to 15 down to 36 to 9. This is great. I think pretty much everybody's going to be happy about that. The boss is going to be a little bit faster. Please, for the love of God, make its little spinning phase take like 1/10 of a second. It is way too long at the moment. For the last few changes here, they've added click-to-view text under Rusty category descriptions, swapping off of Final Destination armor while the ability is active, no longer retains the ability stats. They've made it more clear in Hoppity's Pity menu that you will get a chocolate rabbit that you don't already have. They've decreased the Tree the Fish Pity requirement from 1 in 5,000 down to 1 in 1,000, and they fixed the recipe of the mosquito shortbow using tarantula webs instead of tarantula silk. So that is the list of the Day 1 changes. By the way, here's the new Rusty menu. I think this just looks flatly way better. Just excellently designed, looks great. Way better than what we had before, which was just one big menu with a bunch of stuff just shoved everywhere. This is great, love to see it. A lot of the stuff in these Day 1 changes are just further improvements on the 0.23.5 update, or areas that were not the greatest being made a little bit better. Ironman players should be a little bit happier with the increase in the NPC sell price limit, as well as the improvements to Shen's auction. As well, we get some nice improvements related to Spider Slayer. I know people were worried about that one being very, very slow, and it seems like it won't be nearly as bad. I would love to hear what you guys think about this in the comments down below. Do you think this update goes far enough to improve the experience for Ironman players? Notably, there wasn't anything related to Maniac Miner in there, no changes to certain drop prices or things like that. So it seems like the NPC sell prices are going to remain the same. Same thing for Maniac Miner, that will remain nerfed. Once again, would love to hear what you guys think about this update down below. and look to the future, fellas. I'll see you then.